It is time.
I kind of want to ask you this too. What are your favorite kind of horn section? Because you got like you're saying, Casey and the Sunshine Band, like things that you kind of influenced you on the way up when you were learning how to arrange or playing trumpet. Like any certain groups that you kind of really look towards as kind of like your influences.
Yeah, my top three were like, as far as horn sections goes, anything outside of like big band jazz, but horn sections, because my top three would be, Tower of Power,
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
and Earth, Wind, and Fire, which was a lot of the arrangements were done by Jerry Hay, who did Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, Thriller. Well, he was Quincy's guy. And then one of my favorites would have to be, just for the lyrical, the melodic part, would be Chicago, which was just a three-man horn section, trumpet, sax, trombone, and the arranger was James Pankow, the trombone player. And I think he's one of the finest horn arrangers that ever lived.
Well, interesting enough, that is my next pick for you. Chicago.
Nice.
And 25 or 6-4, which is one of my favorites horn lines when I was growing up as a kid, listening to it. Again, listening with my brother, who's a huge influence on me. And this became quickly the showcase song for the Chicago's horn section, which are many. There are many hits from the 60s and 70s. And so you mentioned it, James Pankow, also sax player, Willie, it's Parazater, and also Lee Loughnane. And he was a trumpet player. And and little known fact, I didn't know if you knew this, but I didn't know it. Bassist Peter Cetera, of course, sang lead on the track, but he sang the song and on the recording, and his jaw was wired shut. Wow. Because he got he got in a fight at a baseball game with some rival. I guess is like between their hometown, the Chicago Cubs, and the Dodgers. And 4 Marines were angry and ready to take out their aggression on someone, and they broke his jaw in 3 places.
Oh, wow.
But he sang this song with a wired jaw.
Man.
Which
dedication.
Is crazy. That's crazy. I've been like, can we wait? Can we wait?
Yeah, can we just
No.
can we chill?
Well, here
I've heard this story, yes.
Yeah. On Galaxy Jams Reacts, we're going to check it out. Chicago 25 or 6-4 here.
That progression sounds like Green Day. That one Green Day song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for the break of day.
Oh my God. How did he do that?
Oh, no.
Searching for something to say. Flashing lights against the sky. Giving up, I close my eyes. Sitting cross-legged on the floor. 25 or 6-4.
The bass is doing a great job.
Yeah.
It's quick.
That's sassy.
Staring blindly into space.
Is that Peter Cetera on bass?
Yep.
Getting up to splash my face.
And they're not on click. You can tell that they recorded this off the click track.
Yeah.
And you'll hear that they slow down on the halftime part, and then they pick it back up. I think it's intentional right here.
Should I try to do some more? 25 or 6-4.
great guitar solo.
Yeah.
Super lyrical. Sounds like he wrote it out, you know?
Great line. And that line always kind of reminded me of While My Guitar Gently Weeps a little bit.
Me too.
Kind of has that same flavor to it,
Yeah.
along with the descending line that was going down. But I've always loved the energy in that guitar lead on that Chicago song. He just rips it, and I've seen him do it live on a couple of videos and stuff like that. And it was always he always just like rips it and plays a little bit different and has a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I mean that horn section, just the Chicago horns are just known, you know. So, very very cool.
Yeah, what do you think, Philip?
Man, this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite bands of all time, especially in this era. I mean, I appreciate and love what they did in the '80s, but you know what they did in the '70s. There's so much undiscovered music from them. They how many records did they do in the '70s? I mean, it's like insane.
It was a lot. They came out with a lot of records. I can't remember.
And there's and the gold is in the deep cuts. When you go into you go even deeper, man. They're like it was like almost every song had a horn feature, and some of the most intricate, complicated, and beautiful horn features ever written. Man, Pankow could really he was special with it. You know, he was just a master of counterpoint and melodies that would complement the song, complement the composition, almost becoming like a common thread through the like you can't imagine that. Like I can't imagine Saturday in the Park, right, without that horn line. We are.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing with this. Like I can't, you know, it's you know. It's these signature horn lines that it's just like it was meant to be, you know. It couldn't have been anything else other than what it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Philip. And then also I like how you mentioned that when they were going into a halftime, it kind of seems that they fell off on the tempo and it wasn't so lockstep and like kind of like a click, right? And like I feel like a lot, especially like nowadays, people are so obsessed with like being on a grid and like taking out all of the different artifacts which kind of make it unique, like, you know, the breath of a singer right before he sings, or, you know, the like the fingers hitting the guitar neck, you know, while he's sliding up and down the strings. And I feel like taking those things out can make things seem so sterile. And you know, I feel like there's a renaissance of people chasing that feeling, whether they're, you know, putting in artificial tape hiss or, you know, record pops and things like that. They're trying to get back to what's real and like stop making things like so mechanical. And this is a really great example of, I love like the natural ebb and flow of tempo when a band's just jamming together, when they're not really worried about like every single thing being right on the line.
You're right. I mean, it's like when you Facetune or Photoshop a face too much and it looks like an alien, or like you cut out all of the room noise and then it just sounds like, oh God, did I just get sucked out of the universe? Like what? Like it's like, is the song over? Like you don't even feel like you're in the song anymore because you're not even letting like the room noise exist, and you know, like trying to make something too perfect that it ends up being wrong and inhuman. But this song is dope. It's so anthemic. Like the horn parts are gonna stick with you. I love how just like primal the guitar parts are. Like the guitar solos are just like it's just like a pure expression. And I don't know. And for me, like everything about the show is I'm going back and learning where the shit that I've been jamming to came from.
Right.
And like I'm just hearing so many songs that I love. Oh yeah, this is where it all came from, and it's dope.
Yeah, really. I feel like we're literally being taken on a journey on all the different ways that funk music can manifest itself, whether it's something that's lazy and relaxing or something that's furious and frenetic. It's really such an amazing, genre that even though it's so well trodden, so many people are doing so many different things to it just to this day.
And just to get back to your point, they made 10 albums from 1970 to 1979.
Jesus.
Man,
Yeah, so an album a year.
crazy.
Yeah.
Especially back then.
So cool.
And they were so great, man, and so many hits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
So many.
Yeah, that was a good one, EJ. Thank you so much for sharing that.
We gotta get right back on into it. So listen to the rest.
Oh
of the
my
song.
God, we're not done yet.
Not done
Let's
yet.
go.
We had so many thoughts about it.
Feeling like I ought to sleep. Spinning room is sinking deep. Searching for something to say. Waiting for the break of day.
Love his voice.
25064. 25064.
Man, he's quick.
Yeah.
Blaring.
Dissonance.
Make me feel something.
Something
right.
about horns is just so primal and so just huge, and it's just able to take up a space that no other instrument can touch.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.